Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the channel. My name is Edem with Global Abundance LLC. And on this channel, we talk all things real estate. And if you find value in this content here, hit the like button, subscribe, share, and comment, and engage with the community. Also, we have a free VIP group that's an awesome community of like minded individuals buying and selling real estate all across the country. So if you'd like to join, I'll leave the link in the description below. It's totally free to join. Now, in today's video, we're going to go on a journey into the dense forest of property taxes. The subject is thrilling as doing a triple backflip, but with numbers. Property taxes are like the vegetables of land ownership. They're not always fun, but essential for a balanced diet. They can be as confusing as a hedge maze and as, surprising as a jack in the box. So let's grab our calculators and machetes and cut a path through the underbush of property taxation on vacant land. Now, property taxes on vacant land are a bit like a riddle wrapped in a mystery. They're based on the assessed value of the property, but this value can be as elusive as a chameleon in a bag of Skittles. Different areas have different methods of assessments, different tax rates, and different ways of interpreting what, vacant land is worth. So think of property taxes as the membership fee for being part of a community. They pay for roads, schools, police, and fire departments. All the things that make civilization, well, civilized. But when it comes to vacant land, this fee can sometimes feel like paying for a gym membership when all you're doing is really just staying home and watching TV. The challenge with vacant land is that it's like, you're not generating income like a rental property or a business does. It's just sitting there and minding its own business. Yet the tax bill comes every year like an uninvited guest to a party. And sometimes that bill can be hefty, especially in areas where land values are skyrocketing. Now, in more urban dwellings, the property tax tango can be especially intricate. Here, land values can be sky high and so can the taxes. It's like owning a diamond that you have to pay to keep in your pocket. The city sees a vacant land lot and imagines all the potential tax revenue from a developed property that can drive assessments up and up and up and away. But it's not all dark skies and rain clouds. Savvy landowners can often find ways to reduce their tax burden. Sometimes it's as simple as keeping the land tidy and appealing, showing the city that it's not just a neglected, patch of weeds. Other times, it might involve appealing the assessment, diving into the thrilling world of comparables, market analysis, and impassioned pleas to the tax assessor. And then there's the strategy of temporary use. Urban farmers, community gardens, or even pop up event spaces can turn a tax liability into a community asset, sometimes with a tax benefit to boot. It's like turning lemons into lemonade with a tax receipt. Out in the burbs, the property tax story takes a different turn. Here, land values are often lower, but that doesn't mean the tax game is any less complex. In some rural areas, taxes are based on potential agriculture value, which can be like guessing how many jelly beans are in a jar. For rural landowners, understanding how their land is classified is key. Is it agricultural, recreational, or just plain old, vacant? Each category can have wildly different tax implications. It's like a game show where choosing the right door can lead to a fabulous prize or a booby trap. Typically, though, land designated as agricultural generally has the lowest tax burden. One strategy is to make the land productive in some way. So, leasing it for grazing, farming, or even timber can change its tax status and reduce the burden and put a couple dollars in your pocket. It's like putting on a different hat and suddenly getting VIP treatment. But beware, changing the use of your land can also change its assessment. turning your tax waltz into a frenetic disco. Now, appealing a tax assessment is an art form, a delicate dance of numbers, laws, and persuasion. It's like trying to convince a bear to hand over freshly caught salmon. You need evidence, patience, and sometimes a bit of luck. The process usually involves researching comparable land values, understanding the assessor's methodology, and making a compelling case that your land is being overvalued. It's detective work with a dash of legal drama thrown in. But it's not just about arguing that the value is too high, it's about understanding the nuances of tax law, finding exemptions, deductions, and classifications that work in your favor. It's like, finding secret passages in a maze. They're there, but you need to know where to look for them. Successfully navigating the terrain of property taxes on vacant land requires a mix of knowledge, strategy, and sometimes creativity. So, staying informed about local tax laws, being proactive about assessments, and thinking outside the box for land use can turn a tax burden into a manageable expense. It's like being the captain of a ship in stormy seas. You need to know the waters, watch the weather, and be ready to adjust your sails. Now, sometimes it's smooth sailing. Other times you need to, batten down the hatches. But with the right approach, you can navigate these waters and reach the land of tax tranquility. So, in conclusion, property taxes on vacant land can be a headache or a piece of cake depending on what type of land you have and where it's located. It's a journey filled with challenges, but also opportunities for the savvy landowner. Remember, property taxes are a part of the land owning experience, but they don't have to be a nightmare. With knowledge, strategy, and a bit of ingenuity, you can find your way through this maze and come out smiling on the other side. So until next time, keep your ledgers balanced, your assessments fair, and your tax adventures successful.